So the time for the annual Witcher killer has arrived, and this time, like any good betrayal, it comes from within.
What a twist!
What do I mean? Well, meet the game The Blood of Dawnwalker. This is an epic fantasy RPG set in a world called Ilarion, torn between light and darkness after a catastrophic event known as the Sun's Fall. You play as a Dawnwalker, a character with unique light manipulating powers, so basically Siri. According to the developers, the game's got a combat system you can tweak to your style, a story that actually cares about the choices you make, and an open world that looks like it came straight out of an art book. And the best part? It's set in 14th century medieval Europe, the first W of this game already. And the main threat is vampires, second W of the game. Nosferatu. And I know it sounds like the typical romance novel of a teenage girl featuring a handsome homo vampire, but I swear this time it's different. Just bear with me. But Donkey, you're probably asking, how is this any different from games like Greedfall, which also promised to be the next Witcher and ended up disappointing harder than an Asian kid getting an A in math? Well, this time, the man behind the scenes is none other than Konrad Tomaszkiewicz. And for those of you who think I just threw out a random Wojak name, let me introduce you. This is the director of The Witcher 3 and the project lead of Cyberpunk 2077, meaning one great thing and one not so great. After a workplace bullying investigation was opened against him, he decided to say, alright bet, and left CD Projekt Red after 17 years. Like any man leaving a decades-long relationship, he did the most logical thing and went for younger women, younger projects, and started a small family-like studio focused on creating an authentic and intimate gaming experience. Konrad started a studio called Rebel Wolves, and their mission is clear: to create a story-driven sandbox game with a focus on non-linear quests and an open world ripe for exploration. Now, why does this sound so promising? Because if our boy Konrad can pull off a game like The Witcher with a dynamic open world, side quests that actually matter and don't feel like glorified fetch jobs, and the level of polish you'd expect from modern games, like Indiana Jones, where every little background detail feels intentional, then we're in for something huge. And let's not forget we're talking about a medieval setting here. For me, it's borderline criminal that apart from multiplayer games or niche titles like Kingdom Come, Deliverance, we haven't seen a proper open world medieval game with knights and all that gritty sword swinging goodness. This might just be one of the most explosive announcements we've had in a while. Now, this game lay dormant for a few years, and honestly, we didn't hear much about it until the trailer dropped on January 14th. And guys, this is what I've been waiting for all these years. A high-quality vampire game set in a massive open world. Not some cheap cash grab like Redfall, but something that actually looks dark, truly deep, and alive, like the world existed long before you even stepped into it. Yeah, I know. It's just a cinematic trailer, and the gameplay reveal won't happen until summer, which means the game is probably dropping somewhere between the holiday season this year and mid-2026. But I'm telling you right now, let the hype train roll. I mean, an original game, no sequel, a new world to explore. It's a rare ingredient in our times when every game is the millionth successor to a previous successful game. And I find it really sad that in 2025, when we're supposed to have a huge selection of games to pick from, finding games with this kind of quality nowadays is like finding an oasis in the middle of a desert. It's just evolution, but backwards.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Additionally, I think this game will dive into biblical and darker themes. The whole war between the children of light and the children of darkness feels like it's ripped straight from one of the ancient Jewish prophecies about Mount Megiddo, which over the years became known as Armageddon. It also mirrors the theme of the book of Revelation in Christianity, where the ultimate battle between good and evil is foretold. In both traditions, the world teeters on the edge of chaos until a chosen one rises to restore balance. And then there's the name of the main character, Cohen. That's literally a nod to the priest who served in the Jewish temple, adding another layer of biblical symbolism to the story. Honestly, the whole Bible is a goldmine of stories and adaptations. Seriously, we need a game featuring some dark stories from the Old and New Testament. It's just a waste of good stories. I also want to take a moment to talk about the music, which honestly sounds like it was taken straight from The Witcher. And if you're asking me, well, that's of course a rhetorical question, because you're watching my video. So smash that like button for the freedom of choice. Now, there's no music more fitting for these kinds of games than dark, energetic folk tunes. I just know that the sound of a sword clashing against armor, combined with that folk vibe, will feel so damn good. But yeah, I know it's a bit strange for yapping about, but trust me, it'll hit different when you hear it in action. So what do we got here? The Witcher's director? Check. Medieval-based game? Check. Promising setting and lore? Check. Probably hot chicks? Check. So yeah, let's wait for the summer and the gameplay reveal, and I swear they better not make some tactical game or board game, cause I'll be pissed. That's all for today, folks. See you in the next yapping session.